This week I was privileged to be present and speak at an event honoring Dr Zerach Warhaftig, one of the great leaders of the Mizrachi movement, and indeed a minister of the State of Israel, and one of the sterling personalities of Medinat Israel. A book written by his son, Dr Itamar Warhaftig, was published about the incredible life of this human being. He was part of the Israeli Knesset, the parliament, for over 30 years, a minister of Saradatot, of religious affairs. But one of the incredible acts that he did, indeed, one of the great single acts of salvation of the modern era, was Zerach Warhaftig, as a young man, fleeing Poland, coming to Lita, Vilna, and then Kovna in 1940, and single-handedly organizing through Sugihara, the well-known consul general in Kovna, and also the Dutch consul, the evacuation and fleeing of over 6,000 Jews, including the entire Mir Yeshiva, which managed to get the certificates to pass through Russia to Japan, and via Japan to Shanghai. The man behind this act of Hatzalah, salvation, was none other than this young Zerach Warhaftig, who, without financial support and organizations behind him, pulled all the strings to do such a thing. Incredibly, this is the story of the greatest of all Jewish leaders, arguably of all human beings, Moshe Rabbeinu, that we meet in this week's Parsha. And indeed, this secret is in his very name, because Pharaoh's daughter names him. Also unusual that it's Pharaoh's daughter who names him. Vaytikra et shmo Moshe, and his name is Moshe. Why does she call him Moshe? Ki min hamayim mishitihu, because I drew him out of the water. The word, says Rashi, limshot in Hebrew, is to draw out, to bring out. Like boneh, to build, oseh, to do. Moshe is to bring out, limshot. And therefore Moshe is the one who brings out. But, says the Sforna, the great medieval commentator, his name should not be Moshe, the one who brings out. It is the one who is brought out. It was Pharaoh's daughter who brought him out of the Nile. His name should be Mashui. Indeed, as we say in the prayer for Geshem that we said over Sukkot, Shmini Atzeret, we say, bring rain, God, bischut, in the merit of hamashui mimayin. Bring water in the merit of that one who was drawn out of the water. Moshe, his name should be Mashui, or Nimsheh, the one who was drawn out, not the drawer out. She's the drawer out, not who. And says the Sforna, here we have a secret, almost a prophetic vision that Pharaoh's daughter had. What is Moshe? She says, Mamaleit Moshe acherim mitza'ar, says the Sforna. It is the one who himself will learn from the lesson of being drawn out by Pharaoh's daughter, and will draw out others. The greatest single act, and arguably the greatest act of national salvation ever, was brought about by Moshe Rabbeinu, bringing out millions of people out of Egypt. The one who was brought out by Pharaoh's daughter would be the one who is defined by the one who brings out and brought out millions of people. That is what motivated Moshe Rabbeinu. That is the essence of leadership, to be there for other people, to see the suffering of others, and to do whatever we can to do something about it, exactly like Moshe Rabbeinu did. And of course, in our generation recently, Dr Zerach Warhaftig, this great man who himself organized the salvation of 6,000 individual Jews, and including the entire Mir Yeshiva. And I want to say in conclusion, that is at the heart of the state of Israel. It is one of the greatest acts and countries of salvation in the entire world. Indeed, it is Israel that has a chok hashvut, this law of return, which says that those Jews who were stateless for so many years and found no home with the terrible crescendo in the Shoah will now have a state, automatic citizenship wherever they are. And millions have come back, mainly out of need, and get automatic citizenship and citizenry, to know that there is a state of kindness, of salvation, which cares for each and every Jew, whether they are of benefit to the state or not, purely because they are Jewish. That is what Moshe Rabbeinu's act is, limshot, the one who brings out. That motivated Zerach Warhaftig, and that is what the state of Israel is all about. The land which opens itself up to bring Jews back from all backgrounds, despite whatever benefit they can or can't do for our country. An act of kindness, salvation, hatzalah, and ultimately selflessness on behalf of the Jewish people. Shabbat Shalom.